I'm not quite sure my mic is working. Action needed. What is this? Alright, I'm not quite sure my microphone's working. Well, the counter on this didn't even start. Hold on. There it goes. Alright. I'm gonna have to open a page to see if my mic is working, because it wasn't working on the game earlier. I wanna see what's going on here. Let me see. Let me open up the... Hello. It's working very lightly. It's working like... Hello. It seems... Alright, so let me get started then. It's working very lightly. Okay. So this is what I'm gonna talk about. Let's talk about the three-headed beast, right? Let's talk about these people you vote for because they made a damn jackass out of you. Which is one of the three-headed beasts. Government. Not the worst of the three. The worst of the three, shrinks and related fields / science. And then there's also law enforcement, the three-headed beast. They are destroying all that is good. They are not the solution. God is not with them. This is not Star Wars here. This is not fucking Star Wars here. God is not with. First of all, God, when you can't get to God without Christ, right? When the fuck have any of these three-headed beasts mentioned Christ? Not once. They don't mention Christ. And when they do, it's to water down to water things down a bit. Water things down. They don't even let you say Christ in schools, but you could say things like Gandhi and all this horse shit. You can say all sorts of. You can speak of any of these gods from other countries. It's like, here's the thing though, and it's in the Bible. Christ said, "Jews, you are no more. All religions are one now." Christians, right? Christians, there's no Jews anymore, but there's still people having this little Jews building for the Jewish religions, and for the Catholics have their little collar people saying, "Confess your sins" and stuff. Alright, that's okay. That's okay. They have these little collars and they have these little candles and all this nonsense. But let me tell you, Christ said these religions are no more. No more. No more. Now Christ did not wear a Pope hat. Christ did not wear a collar. Christ did not carry a bunch of candles. Christ clearly said all religions are now Christianity. Christianity is the only religion there is. There's none other religions are under it. They don't categorize these things. Because you don't categorize this. You don't categorize a bunch of different religions under Christ. You just don't do it. You just don't. It's like, why water down the foundation? And speaking of watering down the foundation, we got shrinks. They categorize good people into a zillion categories and subcategories, watering it down. Oh, this person's a disease. They water down good people, labeling them inferior. Hail Hitler shit. And you're letting them label your kids inferior garbage. You're letting them label your kids inferior garbage. They're saying thank you, and you're paying them to do it in the name of Satan, your master. Because you don't listen to Christ when you're letting evil people label your children garbage. Alright? And here's the thing now. Look at the public schools. Look at the public schools. if you get bullied, what does Satan say? He says, "Oh, you're a problem, or else people wouldn't be bullying you. You're causing this." It's like he got everybody to turn on Christ. He's getting people to turn. He's getting good to turn on each other and themselves. They're being drugged. You think lobotomies don't exist? They still do. And think about lobotomies here. Who perform lobotomies? Those same people who tell you to call help hotlines and shit like that. You're gonna get help by people who lobotomize others because they were deemed inferior, like Adolf Hitler shit. This is Adolf Hitler shit. Dr. Phil and Hitler are one of the same. He is not help. He is a disgusting piece of shit who should not be on the TV. And licensed Nazis, these shrinks should not be doing what they're doing. They should not be. The people should be rioting them instead. If you're gonna riot something, riot them. If you're going to, I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying, because people out there are rioting, right? If you're gonna, why not riot the right people, right? Instead of little mama and papa stores and shit, like a bunch of cowards saying racism, racism. Here's the thing about racism here. While the three-headed beasts do exist, and they are evil, all three of them, there's no such thing as racism. Your attention's being diverted here. And I see white people be treated like they're evil shit, and they're not. You see, first of all, who discovered America? The Spaniards did, right? So who treated people like shit? Well, the English, I guess. The English and the Spaniards and a whole bunch of other countries treated the Native Americans like shit. But you know what? Let's look at the Native Americans now. What have we learned about them? We learned that they do the same thing that other people that own casinos do. They have little gangsters destroying people and police looking the other way while they do so when people don't pay up. They're the same shit, man. Everyone's the same shit, evil as fuck. Don't give me that little innocent I'm a victim shit. And you wanna know what? Whites were servants. Whites were the original slaves, white people. Whites are still servants and to millionaires. It's not nothing to do with no colors. It's horse shit, man. Getting on the back of the bus. Oh. This is the thing. This is the thing here. This is the thing. If they don't get along, then they need to be separated. It's what's best, right? And everybody agreed on this. Everybody knew that this is for the best of everyone. So zillions of years later, they grow a pair of balls and say, "Oh, I don't like this. This is evil." And then we got Martin Luther King saying, "Black Lives Matter," and saying everyone else is just garbage. Pretty much when you leave someone out, you're saying they're garbage. And now we got people saying Black Lives Matter. What about every other life? What about every other color? Because white is a color too, you know. It's the color of my skin. It's the color of my skin white. Why am I gonna say exclude it from what matters and stuff? All lives matters, right? Right? So Jesus is coming to the earth. And he's not coming after no racism, because there's no such thing. He's coming after the three-headed beast. He's coming after strange-related field/science. He's coming after government, and he's coming after the law. Destruction, pure destruction. That is not mentioned in the Bible, because if it was mentioned, it would be banned. I'm Stud Muffin McGroins. Have a nice day.